Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to NFT Art Talk, where we're live daily, Monday through Friday, here hanging out with you guys, talking about news and art and the artists that inspire us. I had to get my headphones on real fast because I couldn't hear you. But I want to welcome everybody here on a Friday. I hope you're having a great Friday. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. If you're new to this morning segment, we want to introduce you to it. We're here talking about news, hot topics, industry updates, things that catch our eye, then a little bit about how we perceive that. We hope you guys it helps you guys. We're trying to drop some alpha and just keep ourselves aware. Thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't met us before, my name is Moshe, aka DJ Fetus, and this is my homie Karthik NFTs in all the spaces. How's your Friday morning going, man?
It's going good, man. I think I stayed up a little bit too late last night. Checked out a show with my friends Black Flag that were playing, so it's kind of cool. Got to be in the scene for a little bit, but it's good to wake up a little bit early and get this news hour going. And then, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the jam session later. Got a couple new tracks I just kind of want to polish up before we play it.
Yeah, Fridays mean Jam Room and NFT Art Talk Live at 1 o'clock Central here on YouTube or Twitter, wherever you're joining us. Come back here again at 1 p.m. Central. Karthik and I are going to be debuting some new music, showing off our new art, and talking about what's been inspiring us all week. I know this has been a pretty awesome week. And we've been doing a bunch of new stuff here, so we really appreciate y'all's support. Don't forget to subscribe if you're on YouTube, follow us if you're on Twitter. We appreciate your support. It goes much further than you even know it is felt. So in the meantime, man, I say we just dive in and keep it fresh this Friday so people can get on to their days and then come chill with us later.
I agree, man. I agree. Let's jump into all the news stuff.
Let's do it. Yeah, we're going to be talking about what we got going on and how we're feeling and the vibes we want to put out later today. So just come hang out here. We don't want to take up too much of y'all's morning. We just want to make sure we get in and out. So we'll kind of start it the way we've been starting it with a quick industry update. I thought this was interesting. Beans jumps ahead of this massive other deed for other side. As the Azuki collection came out. If you're not familiar with them, they're another one of like the routine top kind of 5-10 collections in the NFT space. They came out, they revealed their beans, the long hyped Azuki beans reveal. They airdropped 2 NFTs to every Azuki holder. They just look like these little beans, like little red lucky beans, and they were revealed yesterday. When they were revealed, it just blew up. Look at that, 24 hours, almost 12,000 ETH. That's quite a bit of money. What is that? That's time, add 2 zeros. So that's almost $3 million, right? Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, so that's showing you what's happening here. In the meantime, too, of course, it bumped up Azuki. They saw 1,000 ETH in sales. I don't know if that's a bump up, but I'm sure. Well, up 0.01%. So
32 million, bro.
Oh, 32 million. My math is horrible. I leave my math to the accountant.
Well, I need to bust out the calculator.
Hey, man, you give me the number, and then I'll go tell everyone about it. How about that? Yeah, dude. Yeah, I just thought it was really interesting to see, these. I mean, this is not a Yuga project. So, Yuga is Bored Ape and some of these a larger conglomerate. If you're not familiar and you haven't been here before. But yeah, felt like that needed to be said.
Yeah, man, you need to start off with the bangers. So it seems like Beans is just tearing up the market this last 24 hours. So.
I know, dude. I know. And yeah, really cool. I kind of like the artwork too. It's really fun. We also found this site non-fungible. So you guys, we're just finding these sites. We're just giving you perspectives. We're not backing these sites in any way. You need to go do your own research. But we've had some time to play around. This explores segments like art, collectibles, DeFi, metaverse, utility. Just looking at the specific highest sold NFTs from the week. So like per, like this one, for instance, was sold for $1 million, 410 ETH. Like, and then these are some of the other sides that we've been talking about. I feel like this is an interesting way to kind of look at some art, but then also stick to this industry update and what's hot from an industry perspective. You see Bored Ape kind of dominating. I don't know if that's this website just saying like, hey, this is something easy for us to track on ETH, but either way, we wanted to show you guys that because we've been talking about it all week.
It's cool, man. It has a nice aesthetic on that site. Really easy to read.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's dive into some news.
Cool.
Yeah, do you want to kick us off, man?
Yeah, so I came across this article about 5G. So why the $12 billion and growing NFT market needs 5G. 2021 was the year of the NFT with big names getting in the business. Yet as the industry evolved, 5G may be able to power it to new heights. Kind of just reading through this article, it just says like 5G is going to bring immersive experiences to NFTs, which makes a lot of sense because right now you might see the JPEGs and stuff, but you have video games, video, media, and all that needs kind of a faster network to distribute. We've been developing music and video last 15 years, so we've been able to see how fast these phones, and we actually were the generation that actually got to see the first smartphones. So to finally have 5G on there, it's going to mean so much for media. I think when they initially launched 5G, I think it's in 61 countries. So it still needs to be developed around the whole world. But that's what's so cool about it. Once it starts developing around the whole world, you will actually see even more stuff happen in the NFT market, in my opinion. But it's so crucial because 5G is a big element in how we distribute the media right now, how fast. And obviously, there's going to be faster networks that come in the future. But this 5G network is probably going to help out a lot within the distribution of media and the immersive experience of NFTs.
Yeah, I think this is really interesting stuff. I mean, the article looks like it's talking about how the 5G technology's low latency and things of that nature really lend itself to this space. But then I think it's really interesting also to see how they launched it. It says Verizon launched its first NFT public beta along with esports partner Dignitas during the VCT Game Changers 2021 event, a gaming event focused on elevating women and marginalized groups within the esports community. The NFTs were augmented reality captures of the team for first player shooter game, Valorant. So, yeah, that's pretty cool, right? It's not like a JPEG, right? They like literally made 3D models of this team and then put them into a game, and that was the NFT, like the model of them. And I know earlier this week on NFT Art Talk, we were interviewing Neo, who has a similar project. You buy a crypto voxel character, and then you can bring that character into this augmented reality crypto voxels. So it's just interesting to see, like Karthik said, the applications, experiential, and then it coming in from these larger markets. And then I also thought it's interesting because this almost brings more validity to 5G in a way. So it's kind of interesting to see the technologies using each other. Like you said, 5G is a new technology. It's only in 60 countries. It's interesting.
What I also thought was interesting about this, an onboarding mechanism of like crypto wallets, you might see the relationship between cell phones and helping people onboard into crypto wallets, honestly. Just because of this like media immersive experience, you're getting it on the phone. How do we get more people involved in the scene? So kind of see how that develops, man. This is kind of one thought that just popped up in my head.
Yeah, it's really interesting because at least for retail investors, like everything in crypto is mobile. It feels like some of it happens on your computer, but very interesting correlation there, Karthik. Okay, cool. Let's keep it. Let's get to our little last news update for today, and we'll let you guys on to your Friday. We just thought this was interesting. Solana and Moonbirds help NFT market reach 6.3 billion in monthly trading volume, according to a report. So obviously, there's been a lot going on in the month of April. We were reporting on a lot of it, but we just thought this was interesting, just to see. It's not the busiest month in trading volume. January was like all-time highs, but According to DApp Radar's monthly report, the NFT market recorded a multi-monthly trading volume high of 6.3 billion in April, surging 23% from March and breaching the 6 billion mark for only the third time in its history. So, very interesting to see these collections coming out like Moonbirds, which basically the trading accounted for 500 million. Solana blockchain starting to get bigger and more transactions happening there at 300 million. It's just, yesterday we were showing you guys some news about how there's all this FUD in the market. The market's crashing, and then you start seeing all these like monthly reports coming out once like May happens, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, actually we're still dropping massive collections. They're still growing on other blockchains. It just shows you that even when maybe like one blockchain starts to flatline, another one picks up. It's very similar to the crypto markets. You just want to keep your eyes and ears to the ground is kind of what we're trying to do, right? Because these like the way that this NFT market is flowing is just very interesting.
Yeah, man. One of the interesting, I was kind of researching around, watching some YouTube channels, and just researching about the crypto markets and NFT markets. And one of the things I was watching was talking about how there's an inverse relationship of investment between the blue chips and Ethereum price right now, which will go to other blockchains as more NFTs come in. That's very interesting because they're talking about how they're hedging, either buying Ethereum or buying NFTs in that space because there's some type of inverse relationship with those blue chip projects, right? So you can see that happening if you have these users in those cryptocurrency blockchain formats really about that, right? So if they're not totally in Ethereum, they might be like in Ethereum NFTs, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how all this kind of plays out, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it play out, and I'm excited to stick with this. I think that was kind of another point there is, we're here every day doing what we're doing because we're interested in this space. We want to learn. This is the way that Karthik and I learn. We're blessed. We kind of found crypto and NFTs relatively early than even now. But if you're new to the space, stick around, learn as much as you can. When you see a headline, look for more headlines. Don't just trust one headline and then be like, oh my God, everything's failing. And mostly, thank you for coming here. Thank you for wanting to learn. Thank you for creating. While you're here, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. If you're on YouTube, you can click the notification bell so you know when we're live or you know when we release a new video. If you're on Twitter, after the video, shoot us a follow, retweet this video that you're watching right now. We're getting the word out. We're here every morning doing news and hot topics, and every afternoon talking about the art and artists that inspire us Monday through Friday on YouTube and Twitter. Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. We'll see you at 1:00 p.m. this afternoon or sometime around there, as close as we can get to it. Thank you guys so much. Go for it, dude. Close us out, bro.
Okay, go. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're going to be back up here in a little bit, man. Freshen up your afternoon if you're in the States on a Friday afternoon. Worldwide, we're going to bring in some new music, some new art. And yeah, man, just bring on the good weekend.
That's right. Bringing it in hot. Let's go.